Tommy was not an ordinary boy. He had a wild imagination, a curious mind, and a heart full of adventure. One rainy afternoon, while exploring his grandfather's dusty attic, Tommy stumbled upon an old mysterious clock. Its golden hands glowed faintly, and carved on its surface were strange symbols he had never seen before. As he turned the clock's key, the room began to spin. The attic disappeared, and suddenly, whoosh, Tommy was pulled into a swirling tunnel of light. He was traveling through time. His first stop was the age of dinosaurs. Giant ferns surrounded him, and the ground shook as enormous creatures walked by. A gentle brontosaurus bent down to nibble leaves near Tommy. He gasped in wonder, but soon the sky darkened as a fierce T-Rex appeared, its roar echoing across the valley. Tommy quickly turned the clock's hand, and in a flash the dinosaur age vanished. Next, Tommy landed in ancient Egypt. Golden sands stretched for miles, and towering pyramids glittered in the sun. He saw workers hauling stones while the mighty pharaoh's guards marched past. A kind Egyptian boy offered him a piece of bread, and Tommy smiled, realizing people across time had the same warmth in their hearts. With another turn of the clock, Tommy found himself in medieval times. Castles stood tall, knights in shining armor rode on horses, and the smell of roasted meat filled the air. He even watched a grand jousting match, where two knights lowered their lances and thundered toward each other. Suddenly the crowd cheered, and Tommy clapped along, forgetting he was only a visitor. The clock ticked again, and this time, Tommy appeared in the age of great explorers. He stood on a wooden ship sailing across vast oceans. Sailors climbed the ropes, the captain studied maps, and seagulls soared overhead. Tommy felt the salty breeze on his face, imagining what it must have been like to discover new lands for the very first time. Then came the Industrial Revolution. Smoke rose from tall chimneys, trains rumbled along iron tracks, and factories buzzed with noise. Tommy marveled at the inventions: steam engines, spinning wheels, and bright street lamps glowing at night. It was a time when human imagination was turning dreams into machines. But the clock wasn't done yet. In a blink, Tommy zipped forward into the future. Tall skyscrapers pierced the clouds, flying cars zoomed through the sky, and robots worked side by side with humans. He stepped onto a floating walkway, amazed at how technology had transformed the world. Children wore glowing wristbands that translated every language instantly, and Tommy thought, what a world this will be. Finally, the clock began to tick backward, pulling him through the swirling tunnel of time once more. With a gentle thud, Tommy landed back in his grandfather's attic. The rain still tapped at the windows as if no time had passed at all. He looked at the mysterious clock, now silent and still. Tommy smiled, his heart racing with excitement. He knew the clock held endless adventures, and this was only the beginning. From that day on, Tommy wasn't just a boy with an imagination. He was a traveler of time, carrying stories from the past, the present, and the future in his heart. And who knows, maybe one day the clock will tick again, and Tommy's next great adventure will begin.